What is up, everyone? Welcome back to your daily dose of Heroes of the Storm. My name is Saren Death, and today we are playing Nazeebo. Let's get into a game.
I hear the call.
Alright, today we are duking it out in the Towers of Doom. That's the name of this one, right?
Now I see.
Okay, so my team, Nazeebo the Butcher, Rainer Lunara, which is the new hero, Tyrande, enemy team, Sergeant Hammer, Lunara, Abathur, Tassadar, and Gazlo. Okay, so looking at the enemy team, their team composition, we see that they have a lot of squishies on their team, and it might be a little difficult to hit some skill shots. So we're going to see how the game goes on. We may need to make some adjustments to our build, but for now we're going to be taking Death Ritual. Death Ritual, whenever we get a minion kill with our passive Voodoo Ritual on them, we're going to get some permanent health and some permanent mana. This is going to be nice because it's going to stack up over time and hopefully give us a nice steady increase in both health and mana. Our abilities really quick. Q is called Corpse Spiders. Toss this thing out and it's going to create a bunch of spiders. It's a jar, creates a bunch of spiders, and they're going to chase people down. So the idea is they're going to chase people down that are close by and then of course go to lane and do their thing. W is called Zombie Wall, and you can see the little radius here. Basically what this does is after a short period of time, zombies will pop up in that area and trap people inside of it, and they'll punch people inside. Now, everything that we do is going to apply that passive of ours, so just keep that in mind. And the idea here is we want to really get our passive spread. Alright, we gotta watch out for her. She does a poison ability.
We must not delay.
Oh, we walk right into it that time. Okay, so, thought she was going to back off. I was wrong. Okay, last but not least, our E is called Plague of Toads. This ability is going to send out a wave of toads. You can see them hopping away that way. They're going to explode when they get to their destination. Can we tap and live? Oh, we are going to be able to tap and live. Okay.
Yes.
We do need to be careful with her. She is a poison-heavy hero, applying those poisons and then also applying the slows. Okay, so she's also incredibly fast.
The way is clear.
I'm gonna toss those spiders out there. Let them do their thing. All right. So, you can see after a short time, there's a zombie wall is going to pop up, and it's going to do its thing. I know.
Go forth and claim the altars in my name.
Oh no, we are going to die here. This is the end of us. No! Oh, that is unfortunate. Okay, so at this time here, we're taking Spider Cluster. Basically what happens is when we toss our jar of spiders down on the ground, they're going to create a nest of spiders that will spawn more spiders. I'm going to get down here on my team now. Now that I am up in 2 seconds. This is going to create more spiders, which is going to allow us to deal more damage. And those spiders obviously will continue to chase people or continue to lane for us. Very nice job. Nice kill, team. Nice kill. Okay, we're going to get down in here. Oh, running over. So you can see how you can creates the nice little nest there. We're going to continue to zone here.
Enough of this schmuck. Bring down the group.
One thing I want to point out about the zombie wall is when you put it up, you can actually take it back down by hitting that W key once again. Alright, we're going to go back up to the top lane, continue to collect more stacks. So you can see right now we have 15 stacks of the Death Ritual. It's going to give us 75 increased health and, 45 increased health? So not bad at all, not bad at all. Okay, so one thing I did not mention about Voodoo Ritual is that basically what this does is whenever somebody dies with our poison stacking them, we're going to get some health and some mana regen. This gives you a lot of sustain in lane as long as you're not playing silly like I was at the very beginning. Alright, Lunara's going to come back out here. We have a bit more poke now because our spiders... Well, I don't think we're going to get in there. Nice kill, team. Nice job. Nice gank. Okay. Alright, at this talent tier, we are going to be taking... So here's where the deviations start to happen. If you were going to go with a very... We're just going to kill this thing. Can we kill it? Yes, we can. Awesome.
It will rise shortly.
Alright, so we can take a Gid Beam, which is going to increase the duration of our Corpse Spiders and Zombie Wall by 33%. This is a great ability that's going to give us a lot more sustained damage. We can also go with Toad Affinity, which is going to increase... I apologize. It's going to return mana and reduce the cooldown every single time an enemy is hit. So we're actually going to be taking that because there's going to be a lot of centralized fighting. We're going to use this to our advantage. We're actually going to be building up the creepy crawly build today. We did get a very nice zombie wall off right there, and that is 2 channels for us. Alright, we're just going to toss our spiders out there. Okay. We're going to go back up to the top lane and continue on with the laning process. Toss these guys out there, get some mana back. I'm a huge fan of the creepy crawly build. This is the one that focuses on the corpse spiders and the toads. Loves it. May not be the most efficient of all builds, but it's a lot of fun. I'm gonna try and get in here and help. Was running through a bunch of bad stuff. That was not a good call on my part. That was actually a terrible call. Alright, team is going to disengage. That is a smart move. I'm just going to go ahead and tap.
We must not delay.
Get my health back up. We're just going to play safe, toss some spiders out there, deal some damage with our creepy crawlies. Alright, team is being incredibly aggressive. They're going to get the stun. Toss them out there. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, so with this talent here, we are actually going to be taking Gargantuan. Now, I like Ravenous Spirit, but the problem with that is going to be we have to sit there and channel that thing, and I am concerned about the amount of damage the enemy team is going to be able to put out onto me. So I'm going to just go ahead and play smart and take the Gargantuan. Now, what this does is basically we can summon a Gargantuan at the location that we choose, and it's going to pop out of the ground, deal a bunch of damage, and he's then going to have an extra ability where he can stomp down. Now, he will focus on our target, and if we do die, he will kind of just stand there and punch things. He doesn't really do anything very smart. He just sort of stands there and punches things. So the idea here is you do not want to die. Wow, that is a lot of Abathur mines. Oh my word. Okay, Gargantuan's gonna go over there and slam down, do his thing. Taking a bunch of damage in the process. We're gonna put that out there. Okay. We are gonna get this channel off. Fantastic work, team. Fantastic work. Alright, we're gonna send those toads out one more time. Deal some damage. Go, spiders. Alright.
Spirits guide us.
Go back to the laning process. Alright, we were just trying to block the path off there. Kind of in a bad spot. Alright, we're going to go ahead. We're going to tap. Oh no! Hopefully she can make it. Oh my word, so close. So unbelievably close. These Abathur mines, I'm telling you, they're crazy. Alright, we're going to send toads out one more time. Toss our spiders out there. Now, Nazeebo is a fantastic laning hero just because of his sustain, the amount of damage he does. He can do a lot. You can see there our poisons are also doing considerable damage. Then again, we are leaning against a Tassadar right now, and he can be very tanky. Okay, so there was a gank in the mid there. Okay, so we definitely need to start playing as a team now. I'm gonna get up here and help my team out. Let our zombies do their thing as we pop all of these. All right, at this talent here, we're taking Toads of Hugeness. Basically, what's going to happen is when we toss these when we toss these things out, they're going to go ahead and increase in size, and they're going to deal more damage. You can see we're doing a considerable amount of damage now. Boom, baby. Fantastic job, team. Alright, we're going to toss this toads out there, and we're going to start channeling this thing. Alright, so I didn't really describe how this map works. Basically, you cannot attack the enemy's core. The only way to do that is to channel onto these towers, which is why I believe it's called Towers of Doom. Channel on these things, and basically they will shoot a number of rounds from your core based on the number of towers you have. So it's from the towers and your core. So we own 3 towers, plus our core sets 4 shots each time. Just want to check something. Nazeebo, or the Gazlo, did go Wombo. Need to be careful about that. Another thing is the mercenaries here, they have a very interesting ability. Instead of... Alright. I apologize for the distractions. Combat can be a little intense sometimes. Alright, he's going in. I don't think we're gonna get him. No, we are not. Oh no! The poisons from Lunara are crazy strong. Crazy strong. Okay, so the mercenaries here, as I was talking about, so they're described as siege camp, but basically what these guys do is, when you capture them, they will come out and basically do a bunch of AoE damage. So they'll come down the lane, and they will actually shift between the lanes. I think it's just random which way they'll go. There's probably some kind of reasoning they go to whichever lane they go to, but they'll go to a lane and they'll deal AoE damage to the minions. When they get close enough, they will actually suicide towards a structure and run in towards it and then explode and deal a bunch of damage to the structure. Okay, so the enemy core is down to 16. They are extremely low right now. Alright, she's scouting with her Wisp ability. We're just going to go ahead and toss out our spiders and our toads. Okay, so at the 12-minute marker, something interesting happens. The map actually opens up a quick way in into the center of the map. You can see it right here. Basically, you can channel something at your base and be able to run in very, very quickly. Okay, at this talent tier, we are continuing the creepy crawlies, and we are taking leaping spiders. Basically, our spiders are going to deal a bit more damage, 15% more damage, and to top things off, they're going to jump at our enemies and chase them down. Alright, we need to get up here and we need to defend this. That's what we're going to do.
Yes.
We're going to take him down. That's a dead Abathur. I didn't mean to summon the Gargantuan. That is going to be a very long cooldown. So, them actually taking down our towers is an incredibly big deal. The reason is because our towers will not recuperate. So basically, the way you get more towers is you can go in there and destroy the enemy's keeps, and you'll get control of that keep or that tower. And basically, then they can get control back. The only thing is that the towers do not regenerate, so them taking them down, pretty important. Oh, he's going in crazy deep. We're just gonna toss some toads in there. Alright, looks like we're backing out. So unfortunately, I have not had a chance to play the new hero. I do not have enough gold to pick her up yet. But I do plan on getting her. She seems incredibly fun. I do like the idea of how quick she is and how like her poisons just deal a ton of damage. Send our leaping spiders out there. Nice snag on him.
Well fought.
Alright, these are up in a few seconds. So I think...
The authors have risen.
we're coming in from this side over here. This is going to be a dead hammer, and we're just going to go ahead and channel now. That's 4 shots going in. This will be another 4 shots going in. This is going to put us 1 turn in away from victory. Now, one thing to note, when you do control all 6 of the towers, when you do control all 6, I'm just going to get up here and deal with this Abathur push. You will fire off a round every few seconds from your core. So, basically controlling everything is very powerful, but very difficult to do. Because some of the lanes, basically, they can sit in their safe area, and they can sit in their safe area and take the middle one. You can see this is the safe area here. You go beyond that, you're in danger territory. Okay, so we're gonna take the boss. Capturing the boss does not summon a boss. What he'll do is he will shoot out 5, I believe it's 5 skulls. And this is going to win us the game right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4, but you get the idea. He shoots out a bunch of skulls from there. It's the Headless Horseman from World of Warcraft. But so this is a good shot of how to play this game, or this map, and we did a fantastic job. Once you hit 10, rotate efficiently and get kills, take control of the objectives, get those the towers or the altars, channel them up, and do what you need to do. Nazeebo is a fantastic hero. He's very strong. I didn't get a lot of the kills out there, but we can do a significant amount of damage. Do not let these numbers fool you. We can do a considerable amount of damage. You can see my XP contribution. I was actually number 1. I did do a lot of laning and clearing and things like that. But here are the talents we went with today. This is what I call the creepy crawly build. At level 1, and this is not going to ever change, you're going to take Death Ritual. I prefer this one. Even if you're not going to do a lot of laning, this just gives you a ton of extra health and mana, which is going to help you later on in the game. Basically, whenever minions or mercenaries die with Voodoo Ritual, that's your passive, you get permanent health and mana. At 4, we took Spider Cluster. Once again, this is probably never going to change. You're pretty much going to pick this up every single time. What this does is you toss this down, and 3 more spiders will spawn over 3 seconds from a cluster on the ground. You'll see that little nest there. Now at 7, this is where we sort of get into the what I like to call the creepy crawly build, where we take the toads here as well, Toad Affinity. This reduces the cooldown of the Plague of Toads, and it gives us some mana back whenever we hit multiple enemies. This is a fantastic team fighting ability, and these toads are going to do a ton of damage. You'll see this as games go on. At 10, we took Gargantuan. Now, the reason I went with this as opposed to the Ravenous Spirit was because looking at the enemy team, I didn't want to sit there and have to channel something and have the Sergeant Hammer, the Lunara, or the Gazlo get on top of me. That being said, the Gazlo can also stun you out of the Ravenous Spirit with his bomb, with the bomb cluster that you can throw down. So I went with Gargantuan for that reason specifically. Don't want to get focused down by the massive amounts of damage that they had, and I didn't want to get stunned out of it. Gargantuan is a safe bet. He does some considerable amounts of damage. He can tank for you. He doesn't stick around very long until you get the level 20 talent. If you want to go that route, then he's a permanent pet. But he still does a considerable amount of damage, and when he pops out of the ground, he does damage. He can be very disruptive, and he tends to be a target for the enemy. At 13, we took Toads of Hugeness. Again, this is part of the creepy crawly build. Each time the toads hop, they're going to deal more damage, and they're going to get bigger and increase their explosion radius. So basically, the further out that you are, the more damage they're going to deal. This is an absolutely hilarious talent because you get to see these gigantic toads get towards the end marker and just an explosion of poison. Tons of damage if you get an enemy in all of them. There was a few times where you saw me get a couple enemies after a few hops, and it's a lot of damage. It is a ton of damage. And this is an incredible team fight talent because not only you're going to get a ton of enemies with this, but that means the cooldown is going to be reduced, and because you're getting a bunch of mana back, you're going to be able to sustain yourself in those fights a lot longer. So basically you can sit back, toss these toads out, watch them hop in, do massive amounts of damage from relative safety. At 16, we took Leaping Spiders. Basically, this is another talent where you're pretty much going to pick up every single time. There are some variations that you can pick up here and there, but you're pretty much going to pick this up because the spiders, they'll chase enemies down and they'll jump at them, dealing a bunch of damage. So they'll stick to their targets and they're going to deal more damage. That's just absolutely fantastic. Now at 20, you have a couple options here. My recommendation is to go with Bolt of the Storm. Nazeebo's biggest problem is he has no real escape. The only way you're going to escape is if you get lucky or you're really good with the zombie wall. You can catch people in that and you'll get away. Usually though, if you're being chased down, you might have it on cooldown already or you might miss with it. This is going to give you the only escape that you're actually going to get. Now, if you're ahead or you feel confident enough that you're going to be fine, I would highly recommend then taking the upgrades to either one of the heroics, whichever one you ended up picking up. Humongoid is going to make your Gargantuan basically last forever. He's going to deal more damage to non-heroic targets, so that's structures, mercenaries, minions, things like that, and he's just going to last until he's killed. So this is an absolutely fantastic talent to pick up if you're doing a lot of PvE style stuff. Like maps such as Garden of Terror, where you're going to have somebody tank the big guy, the big terror, to get all the seeds. Another map, Blackheart's Bay, is another one where you're going to do a lot of that sort of stuff. Other than that, though, he can still tank like tower shots, keep shots, things like that, and he'll still do a bunch of damage to those. And then, of course, Annihilating Spirit. This is just going to increase the range of Ravenous Spirit by 50% and movement speed by 30%. So this thing is going to be able to stick to the target, and you can cast this thing out like incredibly far. So you can start casting this from a much safer distance. That being said, I'm still a big fan of Bolt and Storm, even when I am ahead on Nazeebo, just because I like to have that escape. I need to be able to escape out of a situation, and this is going to give it to you. That being said, you can definitely play safer with this build, tossing out those toads and having them deal a bunch of damage. But that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick look at Nazeebo. I am a big fan of this hero. I say that about a lot of these guys, but Nazeebo is one of the first heroes that I ended up picking up, and I've just had a blast with him. I haven't played him much recently, but he's still a ton of fun. Need to get better with those zombie walls, though. I definitely do. But like I said, that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I will catch you all later.